Hello friends, you're back with the toad. Let me just cram the focus, here we go. Right now then, what we've got in front of us is possibly 3 Dirks and 1 Skindoo, or 2 Dirks and 2 Skindoos. I prefer to think it's 3 Dirks and 1 Skindoo, just because I like confusing myself like that. Now, I know this one is definitely a Skindoo. I'll be looking at this properly another time. I had a brief look at it in another video, but the reason why I'm not going to delve with it too much today is I've actually just ordered myself another one. Not like this, but similar. This is lovely, isn't it? So, right. Point being, for me, a hidden knife, Skindoo, these are too big. I really do think these are too big. That is definitely too big. This to me is how a Skindoo should be. You know, it goes under your sock. It has been said that these sometimes can be mistaken for the other hidden knife, and I forget the name at the moment, but that's the one they used to stick in their armpits. It's a good old woolly Scotchman. Stick it in the armpit to hide it. I don't know about that. There's not. I've been reading up on it, and it's it might just be an old wives' tale. But anyway, what we do know is the Skindoo, otherwise known as the black knife, was worn in the sock or wherever to show when they went to visit people they were slightly armed, but not for aggression, if you like. And it's now able to be worn as a ceremonial knife if you're in full regalia. So of course you stuff this thing into your sock. That's why this doesn't have studs on that side. But anyway, enough of the Skindoos, that's not what we're talking about. So I'll put that away. Now what we have got here is, I think, 3 Dirks. However, one of them was sold to me as a Skindoo, and I can't remember which one now. And I'm not that bothered because I don't think it is a Skindoo. But you might notice that one's a dagger. These two aren't daggers. This is a plain edge down that side, sharpened as that side. Same for this one, sharpened edge, false edge I should say. This one is sharpened both sides. Like I said, I'm not really sure, I can't remember. But the thing that got me onto these was these handle designs originally. That was my first Dirk. That was bought for me by my good lady on the hill. She bought me that as a present a while ago, and ever since then I fell in love with it there and then. But every now and again I see this handle design, and I looked into it, and they're all made in the same foundry in Pakistan, the lesser known clan of Scotland, the Pakistan clan. And they make quite a few knives actually in that particular foundry, which is where I also, reason why I bought, you might recognise this, I also picked this one up, which is not a Dirk or a Skindoo or anything, it's a Bowie, and a rather lovely Bowie as well. Let's put this away before I stab myself with it. Of course this is made by sold for marbles, but you look at that handle design, definitely made by the same people to my mind. So I contacted some people and asked around and asked, what is this, go with this, and it was confirmed that they are all made in the same place, but they do more than one style of knife. And some knives sometimes overlap, which is why the Bowie has what potentially is a Skindoo or a Dirk handle. More Dirk than Skindoo. Like I said, I don't consider these to be Skindoos. But yeah, same. There's quite a few of them actually. There's another one that's it's a scimitar, same handle design, and then there's Roman gladius, same handle design. There's quite a few. There's a cookery, same handle design. You know, it's what you make of it. I just love them. I think they're beautiful. They're not meant as anything other than decorative weapons. Of course, well, they're not weapons, decorative pieces of steel, I should say. Now, these are Damascus. I have no idea what steel was used for the Damascus. It could be a couple of baked bean tins and the for a Bentos pie lid, for all I know. But whatever, I don't consider them to have any strength. They're just there to look at. They could be used as pokey sticks, because they have got very, very sharp points on them. Nice pokey stick, yeah, you could use. I mean, if you used in anything other than a very aggressive way, they'd be fine. If you want to use these as a dirk, sit down at your meal and have this on your side as your side knife, and cut your beef up and stuff. Because you know there is an edge on them, albeit not a very sharp edge, but there is an edge on them, and I don't think it'd take much to sharpen it up. But anyway, enough of that. Let's just have a look at them. But this is. Look at this. Look at the Damascus on this. Isn't that lovely? Now you can just about see there the beginning of the rat tail. It's right there. Runs up, which then obviously it connects up here. I guess I don't think there's any strength in this handle. It's not going to have a massive amount of weight to it either. So yeah. Look at this. Absolutely lovely. I can't take my eyes off of you. You're too good to be true. Oh dear. Yeah, but anyway, so there's, of course, there's that one. I would like to burst into song, but I'm not known for my singing voice, apart from when I've had a lot to drink, and then I can do a reasonably good Madness or Injury, or although I've been known to do Willie Nelson impersonations every now and again. I'm a big fan of Willie Nelson, by the way, if you don't already know. And of course, the greatest man of all time, the Man in Black, unfortunately isn't with us anymore. But there you go. Look at this. Isn't this lovely? Absolutely beautiful. There. That gives you a better side of it. Look, it's honestly, you're just too good to be true. I can't take my eyes off of you. There you go. That's why I don't sing. If you didn't know already, Johnny Cash is obviously the Man in Black. And Mum was a legend in my eyes. Or still is. But as I say, I am a fan of Willie Nelson. There is actually a very good one I picked up on YouTube a while ago, and it's Johnny Cash's grandson, Gabriel. The man is an absolute... He's got a fantastic voice, almost better than his granddad's, but it's very similar to his granddad. But yeah, he's got a few bits and pieces on YouTube. He does a duet with Waylon Jennings' grandson, Wade Jennings, and they do their version of The Highwayman, which is a really, really good song. And they give it a good credit. If you haven't heard it, try it out. Anyway, enough of that. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful again? Like I said, of course it's got the bone handle with the wood. What sort of wood it is, I don't know. Could be packing crates for all I know, but it's some sort of wood. But there's been a little bit of work put into this, you know, you can tell that. This is lovely, it really is. Every time I look at this, I've never really liked Damascus knives until I put these up, and now I can see the traction. Oh dear, look at them. Right, just quickly, let me get the ruler, tell you what the dimensions are roughly of this. I'll do it in inches. So we're talking about roughly a 7-inch blade. At its widest. Hang on, it's covered in dog hairs now all of a sudden. Where's that gone? Mind you, the dog is asleep and his feet away from us. That's probably why. Akita, my lovely double incontinent Akita. She has been out to the toilet, so I don't have to worry about that for a while. Right, so what's that? 1.5 inches wide, thereabouts. Yeah. Width, it's just over, not quite an eighth. Was it an eighth? Who knows? Now the handle, whoops, let me just hold this spoon here, is 6 inches. There you go. Put you just there. So there's, look at that. Look at that. That's just, oh, it's just lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So let's have a quick look at the Dirk. There is another Dirk I want to buy as soon as I possibly can afford it. And it's another of this size. And I've missed it. I meant to get it a while ago now. Actually, it went out of stock and it's come back in stock again. And I've got to get it quite quickly before it goes out of stock. Because these are popular. Now, again, you can't really see. But I don't think this has got anything other than a thin rat tail up here. Like I said, it's not meant as a weapon. It's meant as a decorative piece. Excuse me. But it is hand forged. You know, it's not the most straightest blade I've ever seen. But it's just one of them things. You can't not fall in love with this. As you see, I have picked up a little bit of rust just there. I've got to get that rid of that. I need to give this a bit of a clean up at some point. But yeah, fortunately, look, there's another spot somewhere as well. I've noticed. I mean, it is oiled while it's put away, but they do recommend that you don't keep them in the scabbards when you're not using them, to keep them on show, keep them away from the scabbard, because it creates humidity, I believe. And I've got to admit, I've kept these in the scabbards, which isn't really the best. I will be doing something about that soon. Look at that. Give it another look down this end. There you go. Okay, I say it's not a thing to use in battle. It's what you would have on your belt for the ceremonial feast afterwards, to cut your piece of beef off and hack it away. Or like I said, you can even use it for doing the processing first. You know, like I said, you can chop your onions with this and a bit of your salami. And if you're Scottish, you can go out hunting your haggis. And when you catch a haggis, you can cut its tail off and put the tail on the back of your dirk. A lot of people have haggis tails hanging off the dirk. I don't know if you realise that. And then once you skinned your haggis and cooked it in iron brew, which is the preferred way of cooking haggis, you boil it in iron brew. You can then slice it up for your dinner meal. Anybody that gets offended by my comments about how you cook a haggis, I'm very sorry, but that's how my dad told me to do it. And my dad was a Scotchman. I myself aren't 100% Scottish, as I was adopted as a child, but I was adopted by a Scottish family. Unfortunately, both my adopted parents have passed away. Otherwise, my dad would be on this video with me, because he had a little bit of knowledge about this sort of stuff, which I paid more attention to when he was alive. And bizarrely enough, my biological bloodline is German. I believe they were German refugees, escaped Mr. Hitler during the war. My grandparents, anyway. And the rest of my biological family are descended from them. Now I have got this, which I mentioned before. I have got this unfortunate thing in my. I'll show you this here. It's called Dupuytren's contractor. I've got it in this hand as well. I'd already had surgery on both hands. Both my hands were closed at one point like this. This one was quite successful, but the Dupuytren's came back. But this one wasn't as successful. I have a lot of nerve damage in this hand. I've also got both my feet. So I've got the hereditary version of it. Point being, I'm saying, is that means I've actually got a direct bloodline to the Northmen, because they call it the Viking disease. It's also something that alcohol-dependent people can come down with. That's how the original title Dupuytren's came from, because Professor Dupuytren had a case going on with his carriage driver. His carriage driver blamed the holding the reins of the carriage on causing this to appear in his hand, causing his hand to close up. And the Professor Duperton, sorry, was able to prove it had nothing to do with Duperton's itself, sorry, the condition. It was to do with that he was a alcoholic, and it was the drinking that caused it to happen. And ever since then, it's been some people consider it the drinking disease. But if you can prove that you've got it elsewhere, like I can, because I've got it in my feet as well as in my hands, you can prove it's in your blood itself. It's not, obviously, then that's different to having the alcohol form. Not that it makes a lot of difference, but it's just to make you realise I'm not actually a raving alcoholic. Although I don't drink anymore, by the way, in case you didn't already know. I've not drank for close to 10 years now. Yeah. I'm not a raving alcoholic, I'm just a total knob when I'm drunk. And I said to a barman, landlord guy one day, he said, why do people act this way when I'm drunk? He said, possibly to do with the way you behave when you're drunk. I said, what do you think I should do? He said, stop doing it. So I thought, that's probably a good point. So I never had another drink after that. So there you go. I'm a reformed twat of a drunk, but not an alcoholic, mind you. Although the amount of medication I take these days, I don't think I could handle any alcohol. But anyway, as we were talking, so here's the Dirk. This is the Dirk. Definitely, this one is definitely a Dirk. Look at this. Now this, even with its little rusty bits, this is lovely. Now I want to get the other one because it's almost exactly the same as this one, except obviously there'll be a slightly different design on the Damascus, and there'll be a different design on the handle. But when I get it, I'll happily have them side by side to show you. Ooh. There we are. I believe this is 3 Dirks, or you may decide to say it's 2 Dirks and 1 Skindoo. Anybody out there that does actually know for definite what the difference is as far as whether they have to be daggers or not? These two are not daggers, that one is a dagger. That might be the difference. Having said that, where are you, little Skindoo? This little Skindoo, which is definitely Skindoo, also has a false edge and isn't a dagger, but it's dagger shaped. I don't know, I'm just confused myself now. A lot of these out there, lovely little things. I say the one I've got coming is basically the same as this, but it's will be a different handle design. Yeah, but that's for another time. So, there we have it. Damascus Skindoo, sorry, what am I talking about? It's not just Skindoo. Damascus Dirk. Silly me. Damascus Dirk. Made by the famous Pakistan clan of Scotland. Beautiful. And whoever made these, they did a fantastic job. Absolutely beautiful knives. So there we are. Oh, just in case you did wonder, the main Dirk is, by the look at this, that's 12. So let's run there, 13.5 inches it would be. Yep. There we are. That's enough for me. I shall see you guys down the road if you choose to watch my videos. If not, you won't see me again. By the way, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I could do with the subscriptions. It shows me that people are actually interested in what I'm doing and saying. And if you've got any suggestions to the type of videos you'd like me to do, please say so. If you think I'm just a prat, I need to get off YouTube, by all means say that as well. Once I've got more knowledge, I'll share more knowledge with you as I learn stuff. At the moment, I've got a couple of knives that I'm not building in the fact I'm forging them, I'm stock removal on them. I am working on them at the moment. Once I've got a little bit further on with them, I'll start videoing it as I do it. But at the moment, I'm just having a bit of trouble deciding what shape I'm going to do the blades. And I've changed my mind 3 times now, but once I've worked on decided what shape blades I'm going to have, I'll do the video where I cut them down and then put handles on them and so on. But that will be at another time. Oh, got over 20 minutes. Right, that's enough for me. Bye bye for now. Stay safe, friends. And it's goodbye from Toad.